Okay, welcome back to day 354. Yes, 354. Very dark in here. Maybe I should make this as bright as I can get. There we go. It's like the light isn't even off. Well, it's not off, it's... Oh, the bulb is dead. You can't see. The bulb is dead. I was like, you can't see my arm, so... Anyways, I did one thing today, which was call someone, for myself, and, feel pretty accomplished. So, as you can tell, pretty great. So, slept for a very long time because I was dying from allergies yesterday, so... But I've called someone. I not even have to pay to get my testosterone shots because it might be a courtesy visit because, but she was very sweet. Absolutely loved her. 10 out of 10 for that nurse lady on the phone. Love her. I love it because she was clearly fumbling with the phone as she was answering. I'm like, chill. They gave their name right away, but I never remember it. Apparently, I don't know. If I was, I never worked on a phone like that. Would it be weird if the person was like, ah, yes, hello, Barbara. How are you, Barbara? Like, they're cool, don't. I'm absolutely obsessed with a little kid that was dressed as Mike Wazowski from not the original, but the college one of Monsters Inc. because they were wearing a Monsters Inc. hat from the university, whatever that university was called, Monster University, sure. It's like Monster Prom, but not. But anyways, I was wearing this. It has matching pants, right? It has buttons, right? So it's like a little button-up, old-fashioned sleep outfit, right? And I actually find it very, very humorous. I've put more buttons on it because there were very big gaps. And buttoned-up shirts and big gaps and big boobs don't match. Mix, not match, mix. And pants ripped. So I sewed up the pants, got this nice shirt, and let me tell you, it's very funny. But anyways, I was wearing it one time and my cousin was just like, are you in boxers? And I was like, no. But also it's really funny that he was judging me being in boxers, but then his dad walks around in boxers all the time, like my uncle, and I was like, no. It's like, oh, just like, okay. Yeah, very humorous. My going into the home life of other people, it's very funny because my nuclear family is not very tight with the rest of them. So, like, to go and, like, experience other people's family life vibes, it's very funny to me. That it feels different. Shout out to my uncle who shouted from 3 stories, like, they were in the, I think the wife was in the basement, he was on the 3rd floor, but they have, a stairway, to save room, it kind of spirals, and, it has a hole in the middle, and so when they have dirty laundry, they just throw it down. But anyways, if someone's doing like laundry and they want that piece, not all of them. But anyways, what happened is she was like something either about leggings or a shirt falling off, so either something tight or something falling off, and my uncle's like, yeah, but we like that, you know, we as in him. You know, he's like, I don't know, I think you should wear it. And she's like, no honey. But I'm just like, I'm here, my siblings are here, Your son has a friend over. Give it, that person might not speak English, so give it, so that was fine, I guess. But it was just like, bro, and he just looked at me like, what? And I'm just like, okay, fair, I guess. Very funny. Anyways, so they said that they might be able to double book for my appointment, but I'm like, I feel like that's not a good idea. They're like, we got you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they sent a message to try to double book me to get a shot, a testosterone shot. But now I'm worried that I messed it up somehow. That was on the 29th, right? Right? Which I could look, but I don't. Oh, go out and vote. If it's 3 o'clock here, and then should be enough time for you to, I think I set it to be 3 when it uploads. Anyways, whatever time it is, it's early afternoon. Go out and vote. Yeah, we had, when I was in university overseas, in the big 2016 election, and I remember it was really interesting because, it usually happens in the dead of night. You wake up and you know who won. For us, it was in the afternoon. I don't remember what time. I would just know I was in the middle of class. And I want to say it might have been 4-ish. I don't remember, God. Anyways. And we were in the middle of class. And my teacher, who was not American, loved that all the young kids were in the election. We're like, who's winning? Who's winning? Who's winning? Because almost, like, I think I only heard 2 people voting one side in that school. It was a pretty small school. And the being overseas, and anyways, the 2 Americans would be voting, at least. I don't know if they did, one way, a bunch in the other way, and then one person who was a third-party voter who was like, if I would vote, I'd vote for Trump. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't even know if they voted. Anyway, since then, a lot of things went down with them, so I think they switched their stance. They were one of those people that was like, if we get healthcare, affordable healthcare for all, my mom won't be able to afford medicine. And we're like, say that again, but slower. Like, what do you mean you won't be able to afford medicine? Like, won't be able to afford taxation or the price of whatever, force, whatever. I heard that argument, but the idea that you won't be able to afford, it's like free gas for your car, then I won't be able to afford gas. Well, it won't be free, but like cheap gas for your car. It's like, then I won't be able to drive. It's like, what? Like, it was a little odd. So then they're like, my mom's gonna die, and then like a few months after it happened or whatever going on, I remember in class they were like, well, actually now my mom actually has extra money because the medicine is only a few dollars. And I'm like, and I don't hate blame, like, I don't like singling out a person, but boy, were you like, oh, anyways, it was like, I think it was some sort of thing about cheap in medicine, and then having it be like, well, then she can't afford medicine. I'm just like, anyway, yeah, I can't remember. Was it called Playhouse? I don't know. I know Mark played it. I actually saw that it was uploaded and Mark played it. But what happened was there was a toy factory made bad toy. It's a horror game, but it has an actual mechanic in there, and it was actually really interesting. So we watched someone else played it, Apparently, I don't remember. And then I know Mark and I think Jack played it. I only personally watched Mark play it because I wasn't here when they watched it, because I guess they thought it was just run around, be scared, and run back. But like, you know the horror games where it's just like you literally just run around and get spooked. There are no mechanics. So the idea that this has a mechanic in it is actually pretty nice. I'm still not over it. Sorry, it's just because this version of the video, I screen recorded my phone to record it instead of downloading it because it was more data to download a big file. So screen recording it would have been small. It's like when you take a picture of a document and then crop it to be perfect rather than actually scanning it. You know what I'm saying? It lowers the quality. So I lowered the quality by just recording my screen. And I was going to do that for the other day when my video got deleted, but blah blah blah. Oh god, it was so annoying. Anyways, yeah, I have hair here on my face, and it's really long. But I have none on my cheek or here on my chin, like almost at all. It started on my neck and now it's creeping up. Now it's like here is dark hair, which I got rid of because it was literally the definition of just having, it wouldn't be a full beard. It's a very, very solid, patchy hair. But on the sides are just, you know that, what year is it? I want to say it was the late 1800s, 1800s. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I might be very wrong with what year, what decade, century. Anyways, you know how they had like sideburns, but the sideburns were like long, so they were all curly. I don't know what year that was. Ooh. I don't remember. Anyways, so sometimes I shave it, but I guess my sibling didn't realize that because he's like, when do you start shaving? And I'm just like, when the hair's there, but I just haven't. So it's very funny because it's enough that you're like, yeah, you have hair, but it's not enough that it is facial hair. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, trans things or teenage boy things, I guess. It reminded me because also Ethan trying to have facial hair. The thing is, it's not that he's like, oh, well, he does have, like, a lot of people don't grow solid facial hair when they're in their 20s. It just literally is a thing. It's not that it's like somebody was like, I was talking to my dad and they were like, oh, sorry, I just was thinking, oh, I have, patchy facial hair. I don't know if testosterone is working, like, correctly or 100%. Like, it could be more. And the dad's just like, no, you're 20 something. Like, it's just your facial hair is like that. So, I bet you a handful of years down the line, Ethan will be able to grow facial hair. Some people might not, which is a big thing with testosterone. They're like, look at your family members. And it hit me that I have my dad's family line, my dad, my granddad. I have an uncle. My uncle has thin hair, but I don't think that's going to be a problem for me in a good amount of time, at least. We get gray hair quite often, though. I can't wait until this is quite long, but stop shaving it to my skin and stop bleaching it, and I'm just going to find a bunch of gray hair in my hair, because I think my sibling got her first gray hair at like 21 and now has a bunch of them. Like literally just very light, I guess I was gonna say like peppering of them, but like they're the salt and pepper hair, but like it would be salt. Nice layer of salt. Sprinkled in, I guess, not layer, sprinkled in. But Now she shaves her head, so I wonder when she grows her hair out, if how much gray hair she would have. Now, because it's been a few years since she started shaving her head completely. She doesn't let it get this long, she shaves it constantly. My other sibling has a few gray hairs, manages it runs in our family. But anyways, so my dad has a very solid facial hair. I think my uncle would too. I know he shaves though. And then my granddad has solid facial hair. It's just solid facial hair family, right? Which is great. I have my dad's hair. The bank people always tell me I look like my dad. You look like your dad. Oh, you look like your dad. You look exactly like your dad. Like things. I look like my dad. But anyways, but then they're like, look at both sides. Because, obviously, each gene, I guess, each kind of thing you can have from either side. So you can look 100% like your dad, but one thing could be from your mom's side. So what happened is I'm like looking at my mom's side, and I realized there are 0 adult males. 0. Literally not one older than me adult guy. Not one. So we have my granddad died when my mom was 16. I had my grandpa, but he died like 7 years ago anyways, but he isn't my my biological dad anyway, or granddad, so it doesn't matter. So dead long before 16, so quite a bit before I even was born, dead. Then we have my uncle. One second. So yeah, so granddad, dead. That gene pool only had daughters, and then so my uncle is married and then they had a son, but he's my age, and I don't talk to any of them, and I don't know if he can. My sibling put it as he doesn't look like he could, so don't really know any side, like literally no adult male. And because my biological grandfather died so young, we don't know, and he always shaved. So my mom was like, I don't think I have ever, oh, it's so really dark. I don't think I've ever seen him with any patchy hair. So I guess, what was it, 60s to early 70s, just really just shaved. So my, I think he was I don't remember what he did. God, what did he do? I don't know. He wasn't a great guy. He was a pretty shit guy, so we don't really talk about it. Really bright now. We don't talk about him. So anyways, so yeah, because they're like, look at your family, and I'm just like, I don't have any clue with. They're like, look at your parents, your grandparents. I'm like, he's dead, and he always shaved. So